So, did you know that Thor and Loki have a secret sister? And I'm being really serious about this. She is a fierce, powerful warrior who can easily go to toe to toe with the god of thunder. But what if I told you that she wasn't originally a Marvel character at all? That she was pulled directly from the pages of Spawn after a legendary feud between two of the industry's giants. This is one of those stories that can get a little complicated and a little bit weird. But if you ever wonder how a comic book character can jump from one company to another, then you've come to the right place. This is the unbelievable story of Angela, the angel who hunted hellspawns long before she became an Asgardian. So, how our story begins is that it doesn't just start in the pages of comics, but in the real world with a bitter legal fight that has become the stuff of legend. It's a tale of two titans of the comic book world, Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, and Neil Gaiman, the celebrated author from behind Sandman. In the early 90s, Image Comic was founded as a haven for creators who felt that the big two, Marvel and DC, weren't giving them the proper ownership over the characters they created. The whole thing was built on the idea of creator rights. As part of this new movement, McFarlane invited Gaiman to write a guest issue for his huge new title, Spawn. That issue was Spawn issue number 9, which came out in 1993. And in it, Gaiman introduced 3 new characters: Caligstro, Medieval Spawn, and the fierce angel bounty hunter named Angela. At first, their collaboration was just based on a verbal agreement. Later, McFarlane argued that Gaiman's work was work for hire, meaning McFarlane owned the characters completely. Gaiman, as you can imagine, disagreed, argued that he was a co-creator and kept his ownership rights. What followed was a legal battle over these characters that dragged on for a decade. The dispute was intense, a sprawling conflict over copyright law, creative ownership, and what Gaiman saw as broken promises. He filed a lawsuit in 2002, and after years of legal back and forth, the court sided with him, granting him co-ownership of Angela and the other characters. But the saga wasn't over. In 2012, the two creators finally reached a private settlement. The result, Neil Gaiman was given full and complete ownership of Angela. And what did he do with his hard-won character? In a move that absolutely shocked the comic book world, he sold the rights to Marvel Comics in 2013. The angel from the Spawn universe was about to get a new home and a whole new history. Before she ever stood foot in Asgard, Angela was one of heaven's most feared and efficient warriors in the Image Comics universe. First appearing in Spawn issue number 9, she was designed by Todd McFarlane and given her backstory by Neil Gaiman. In this universe, Angela was a divine bounty hunter, an angel whose entire purpose was to hunt and kill hellspawns. And she wasn't just an angel, she was one of the best. Her origins in the Spawn comics were kept somewhat mysterious. One version suggests she was created from the fusion of powerful, selfless human souls brought together and given life in the Elysium, the majestic glass city where the angels live. The leader of the Hellspawn Slayers, Angela became a master combatant, known for ruthlessness and a kill count that stretched across centuries, including over 30 Hellspawn. From a medieval Spawn to a pirate Spawn. Her design was pure 90s comic book aesthetics, an impossibly curvious warrior, which you could generally call bikini armor, loaded up with elaborate belts, gauntlets, and her signature weapon, a deadly dimensional lance. This weapon was her primary tool, powerful enough to separate a Hellspawn from its symbiotic suit, leaving it vulnerable. Her relationship with the main character, Al Simmons, aka Spawn, was the core of her story. She was his adversary sent to kill him, but she was defeated in their first fight when he used his unpredictable powers to overwhelm her. This was the first time she had ever failed a hunt. Their dynamic evolved from enemies to reluctant allies and even sparked some romantic tension. At one point, Angela was framed for treason in heaven for hunting Spawn without the right permit, and it was Spawn himself who showed up to testify for her. Though she was eventually cleared, she became a freelance mercenary cut from heaven. Her journey in the Image universe came to a tragic end in the huge Spawn issue 100. During a massive battle against the demon lord Malbolgia, Angela sacrificed herself to save Spawn. She died in his arms, and a heartbroken Spawn carried her body back to the angels in Elysium. For all intents and purposes, her story was over. But thanks to that real-world legal battle, her death in one universe was about to become the catalyst for her rebirth in another. So how does a character who is dead in one publisher universe suddenly show up alive and well in another? The answer, after Neil Gaiman sold Angela's rights, Marvel had to get creative. They couldn't just have her appear out of nowhere. Her entire backstory was tied up with Spawn, a character in a universe they didn't own. They needed a cosmic, reality-bending explanation, and Age of Ultron was the perfect opportunity. Came in a massive Marvel crossover event, 2013's Age of Ultron. In that story, Marvel heroes were jumping all over the timeline trying to stop the robotic tyrant Ultron from taking over the world. This constant messing with time, with Wolverine right in the middle of it, put a massive strain on the fabric of reality. In the finale, Age of Ultron number 10, the very continuum of space and time shatters. The damage to the omniverse, the collection of all possible universe, creates fissures, cracks that things could slip through. And through one of those cracks, a fiery, red-headed warrior comes tumbling out. Pulled from her native reality, Angela appears in a burst of rage and confusion in deep space, right in the path of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Her arrival is so impossible, so far outside the known laws of the cosmos, that even Atu, the Watcher, is stunned, proclaiming, "This is not supposed to happen. She should not be here." With her Spawn-related history wiped clean by her trip across the multiverse, she was a blank slate, a mysterious warrior who had just crash landed in the Marvel Universe. She was still a fierce angel, but her heaven was no longer the one from Image Comics. She was now a refugee from a completely unknown place, and her new journey was just beginning. After a brief and predictable superheroes have to fight when they first meet Scuffle, she will even join the Guardians of the Galaxy for a while as Marvel slowly start to build her as a new past from the ground up. For almost a year after her explosive debut, Angela was still an enigma. She was a powerful warrior, but no one knew where she came from. That all changed with the 2014 storyline, Original Sin. In this event, the deepest, darkest secrets of Marvel heroes were revealed by the all-seeing eyes of the murdered Watcher. When the orb holding these secrets exploded, Thor was hit with a shocking truth. He had a sister. This is where Marvel pulled off a master stroke, weaving Angela directly into the cosmic DNA. It was revealed that Angela's real name was Eldarith Odin-Dotzer, the firstborn child of Odin and Freya, making her the long-lost heir to Asgard and the oldest sister of both Thor and Loki. Her new backstory was a tragic one. When she was just a baby, Asgard was at a war with a previously unknown 10th realm, a realm of angels called Heaven. During the war, the Queen of the Angels kidnapped the infant Eldrith, and when Odin refused to surrender, the Queen seemingly killed the child. In a fit of unimaginable grief and rage, Odin used his power to physically tear Heaven from Yggdrasil, the world tree, sealing it off from the other 9 worlds forever. But Eldrith wasn't dead. The angel who was ordered to dispose of her body found the baby was still alive and secretly raised as one of their own, renaming her Angela. Growing up without wings in a society that prized them, Angela was an outcast, but she channeled that hardship into becoming their most ferocious warrior. She was raised to despise Asgardian with a burning passion, with no idea that she was one of them. When Thor and Loki learned she existed, they journeyed to the newly rediscovered heaven to find her. Their reunion was not great. Angela, having been raised by her family at ancient enemies, immediately reject her Asgardian heritage. Untangling that lifetime of hatred and accepting her roots wasn't easy. It took her a long, difficult journey across multiple comics. As an Asgardian, her powers are redefined. She possesses immense super strength, speed, and durability on par with Thor. But her time in heaven granted her a unique form of longevity. Unlike other Asgardians, she effectively immortal. Her identity as a warrior is still central, but now it's fused with the royal family drama of Asgard. People also have fleshed out her personal life, most notably her deep romantic relationship with Sarah, a wingless transgender angel she freed from the monastery in heaven. Their love story became a cornerstone of her character. An Angela was once even conquered the realm of hell to become its queen, just to resurrect Sarah after she died. From a hellspawn hunting angel in one universe to a long-lost princess of Asgard in another, Angela's journey is one of the most unique in all of comics. Her story is a wild example of how real-world legal drama can have reality-bending consequences on the page. She is a character born from conflict, both in her fictional origin as a warrior and in the real-world dispute that defined her existence. While she started as an adversary for Spawn, she has been seamlessly woven into the Marvel Universe, becoming a powerful hero in her own right. She has been a guardian of the galaxy, the queen of hell, and the leader of the Asgardians of the galaxy. Her popularity continues to grow with her recent inclusion as a playable hero in the video game Marvel Rivals, where she is introduced as the first flying tank. Angela represents a bridge between two iconic publishers and stands as a symbol of loyalty, identity, and the endless possibilities of comic book storytelling. She is Eldareth Odindatsur, the firstborn of Asgard, the hunter, and the angel who found a new home among gods. So my question to y'all is, what do you think of Angela's wild journey from Image to Marvel? Are there any other characters with bizarre history that you would like me to cover? Just drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you enjoy more of these deep dives into comic books history, just be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. And you won't miss out on the next video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.